Hello, everyone! This is Shock from the Shock Block, and I'm coming to you with my new VTuber character, kind of. This isn't like a VTuber I actually, made or anything. I don't even know how to do VTuber. I'm using a VR social app that has some customization stuff to it. It's called Resnite. You may have heard of it. You may have not heard of it. It's not important. What's important is that I got this working and I have my character up here. I'm in VR and we're doing the reaction. We're reacting to the Shadow the Hedgehog Dark Beginnings episode 1. This is so exciting. But why am I not on webcam? I just figured I'd try something a little different. I'm kind of trying to see if I can stand out more. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of this? Is this cool? Is this fun? It's more interesting. I like having my character here. I have plans. I have plans for this whole VR thing. This isn't just a gimmick. I have plans for actually being in a VR world and like messing around with stuff and having discussions about stuff. So be on the lookout for more videos, new videos coming soon to Shockblock. I'm just doing this because I'm excited about the Dark Beginnings episode 1, and I figured I'd record my reaction, try to get some things going with this whole avatar. I've been wanting to use this avatar for a video for a while now. We're gonna start doing it with like Sonic videos and other types of gaming videos, and you'll see what I got in store. But for right now, we're gonna react. I'm gonna talk about the thing afterwards. I'm gonna react to the episode, and then we're gonna talk afterwards. Okay, so let me just pull up the video. Let's go. Strobing flashlight. Oh no, not flashing lights. I'm good. I'll be okay. All right. Finally getting the content we've been waiting for. I mean, it's not the game yet, but it is related, so that's really cool. Shadow and Maria. Okay, so we actually have a title for the episode. Cool. Interesting.
Hurry! Hurry! You have to see this!
Oh, this is so cool. Wow.
What's wrong?
Nothing! Look!
It's lights.
It's the Aurora Borealis. You can only see them from certain latitudes down there. But up here, we can see the whole...
Oh no.
Maria.
Thank you. I just pushed it a little. That's all.
The low gravity here only keeps your condition in remission. You should know better than to exert yourself.
I know. You're right. But when it comes to the beauty of the Earth, I can't help myself. I can't wait for the day when we can finally return.
I was created here. I don't know if there's a place for me on Earth. Professor Gerald made me the ultimate life form. I should be the key to all manner of medicines. Curing you.
This looks phenomenal. I love this animation so far. Oh my gosh. I love Kirk Thornton's performance. He's actually given it his all this time.
Are doing your best. I'm just as happy to spend time with you here while you both research.
Like, I used to not really care for Kirk Thornton's take, but it's starting to grow on me. I'm starting to really like it. I think he's actually getting a better vibe for the character. Is that just some random scientist? Who is this?
That robot was heading towards Grandfather's lab. Shadow, you have to save him!
I'm not talking about the robot, I'm talking about the guy on the intercom, obviously. Oh, foreshadowing, there was a little glimpse of the gun robot, not gun.
I'll handle this.
Gun soldier,
Just
the gun
here.
soldier.
I'll be back. I promise.
Oh, there goes Maria, he's running away from her. So we saw a good chunk of this. Well, now we're actually going to get to see what happens when he goes after Emerald. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Epic battle, yo! Oh! Whoa! What? Wait, what?
This isn't right.
This is the Guardian Units of Nations. Prepare to be boarded.
The soldiers. They storm the Ark, destroy all evidence. But it's too soon. It's happening too quickly.
Oh, so this is just like a premonition or something. Professor Gerald in the prison cell. Whoa.
Professor, we must...
I'm gonna have to roll that back. I don't know what that was. Shadow's not fast enough to catch up with his timeline flashback thing. Premonition, whatever you want to call it. Well, I guess you wouldn't call it a premonition. Premonition's a different word. I'm thinking of the wrong word. Whoa, this is... Oh, that's creepy. Oh man. Whoa. Oh. What was that?
That was no mere nightmare. And it all began in view of the Ark.
The moon! They acknowledged the moon!
You survived? No. That can't be. I need answers.
We finally acknowledge that the moon has been blown up. It's not... Like, they show it. They show that the moon is actually blown up still. Continuity! Hooray, they care! Right? Because, like, of course, fans have been pouring out, like, hey, how come, you know, we don't ever see the moon still blown up? Like, oh, you just been seeing the wrong side of the moon whenever you're on Earth. And then they finally show the side that's blown up. Okay. Fair enough. I figured, like, this wouldn't be much. I was kind of hoping it would be, like, 11 minutes, but it's only, like, 6 minutes. Which isn't bad. It's not bad. We'll get more in the next episodes. And there's bonus content, but the bonus content's only on the PlayStation version. And I'm like, it's only on the PlayStation version. Come on, Sega. What's up with your exclusivity deals? And like, oh, we gotta have DLC on this thing and DLC on that thing. Get the digital deluxe one, and then get the. Anyway, I don't want to get into that right now. Let's look back. Let's go back. Okay. So, let's see.
This, Alice. You can only see them from certain latitudes down there, but
I really like this introduction here between them. It's really like trying to emphasize like that they have a really like, you know, good relationship with each other, and Maria's excited, and she's excited about, you know, going to like what is Earth about? What is there to see on Earth and such? Because she has to stay cooped up in this space colony all day, and I think that's really cool. I like that she has an optimistic viewpoint, and then Shadow's, you know, trying to show her that he cares about her, and we get more of that. Like, it feels like we get more of the relationship than we did in SA2. We got a glimpse of that. We did get a little bit of that when, like, they're talking in SA2 about, like, Shadow's purpose and stuff, and they're talking about Gerald, and they're reflecting about the Earth. So we got something similar to that in SA2, but this feels more genuine to me. I'm sure there's a scene like this in Sonic X as well. I just haven't really watched that much of Sonic X. That is a great action scene with Emerald. The Emerald part is really good action. People were saying like, oh, this is a retcon. Emerald wasn't on the Ark with Shadow. It's like, well, this is just Shadow's like memories getting jumbled together. This is just like Shadow reminiscing, but like in a bad way, I guess, sort of like, because he has good times and bad times in the arc because of the tragedy. So, I mean, who knows if this is Black Doom, messing with his memories or what? We don't really know. It's just like showing like a past event, trying to get trying to get people who, trying to like recover like what people know about Shadow, like get you back into that mindset of like, oh yeah, this is what Shadow's about, and then people who haven't like played the other games, they can get like a glimpse of like, oh okay, this is what Shadow is about, and hopefully like there's cutscenes in the actual Shadow Generations game that also talk about his origin, because there was like a part in the story trailer, the new story trailer does show like Gerald and Maria, and talking about like him being released to the world. It's like the day that they open up his chamber for the first time. So there's probably not going to be like a whole coverage of Shadow's origin, but there's going to be some of it in Shadow Generations, because I would imagine that most of the cutscenes are going to be about the new stuff. What's up with Black Doom? What's up with the Time Eater and all that, and what happens in the story. But they show that the Time Eater, not the Time Eater. They show Gerald and Maria. They show that they're there, and then like at the very end of the trailer, you're like, wait, they're there. They're there in the white space. Oh my gosh! And I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I guess you can go up and talk to them at some point when you get to a certain level, but it's just like, it's like, wait, what? What does that mean though? Does that mean th're there and like they're only there for this brief moment because of the timeline thing? They're not going to be alive forever. We don't know what's going to happen. That's what's so mysterious and cool and exciting about this whole game, is that we don't know. It's all up in the air. They could bring them back to life. They could not. I mean, one of my friends was talking to me last night like, oh, what if they use the Chaos Emeralds? And they brought back Maria and they cured her and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe, but then like, doesn't that mean that? I mean, yeah, bringing back Maria would probably make Shadow less grumpy, I guess, but isn't the whole point of Maria's death that Shadow is supposed to do right in the name of like bad things, like try to fight for justice and for truth and for peace because of her, because of what she wanted? I don't know. I mean, it's whatever they want to do with the whole idea of Shadow. If they feel the need to bring back Maria, then bring back Maria. Bring her back and like have Shadow go through a bit more of a transformation in his mental state, so that he's not so like, everything so sucks and why do I have to put up with Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't know. I mean, we haven't really seen that about him really in this like iteration. The only time he's ever done that is in like SA2 and Sonic Boom, and Sonic Boom's a completely different dimension, different continuity. So people there's always that implication that Shadow is always grumpy all the time, but he's actually not entirely. Like, he does have a bit of a, obviously he's motivated to that like things are gonna work out okay, but we don't really know. That's the thing. Shadow hasn't really given much characterization outside of Sonic 06. And Sonic 06, that was the first time where we got to see like, okay, who is Shadow now after he's already figured out his past and whatnot. After he's stopped questioning himself and stuff, who is he now? Okay, he's this guy who says, you know what? I'm gonna carry out my mission. A man on a mission. He's like Batman. Like people have said, he's a man on a mission and he's focused. He's serious. That's cool. That's great. But I kind of want to see more sides to him. I want to see more emotion out of him. I don't want to just see him be so serious all the time. And I think that's kind of why sometimes I get bored of Shadow. Like, I love Shadow because he's just so cool. He can do all these chaos powers, and he looks cool, and he's cool. Like, he can do all this cool stuff. He looks cool, but he doesn't really like reflect like me, like anybody, like truly. Like, I don't know anyone quite like that. And if I do, they're not a very interesting person to talk to. They're always just like thinking about what they're doing, what their mission is, or what their goal is in life, and that's it. Like, they don't give you any like interesting emotions or insight into who they are and what they care about or why. Like, it's just like, I'm focused on this goal and I'm so serious right now, because you want to see more. You want to see different sides, and that's what I'm hoping we'll get. I'm hoping we'll get more of that here, because obviously that part where Maria is looking into Shadow's eyes and like moving her hand, that part makes me feel like Shadow is feeling something. Shadow is feeling. He's feeling anger here. He's feeling, he's frustrated with the fact that he can't cure Maria, and then he's also like, whoa, I actually really like this girl, and he's not I'm like in love with her. They're obviously more of like a sibling relationship. They're best friends, but like he's just like, whoa, man, I would do anything for this girl because she is just so. He's inspired by her optimism and her her willingness to go on despite how bad everything is. I think that's what it is, what we're seeing, and like there's this wonder in his eyes where it's like, okay, this is what's missing from Shadow that he lost from Maria, was his curiosity, his optimism, which he does. I mean, obviously he has some kind of optimism, but it's very distant nowadays to him, probably. But anyway, I wanted to see what those other oh man, I love that we get to see a different take, a different angle, a different illustration design of like Gerald looking all like upset all angry in his prison cell. I'm just like, oh, that's so nostalgic, but it's also like, ooh, spooky, like, because Gerald can be pretty like scary, like sometimes when like he's like mad, like, because you don't know what's going through his head. He's not like cackling like Eggman or like going, ooh, I'm going to do something. He's just like staring, like, guess what, all of you, I'm going to kill all of humanity. Like, but he's not saying anything here. He's not saying anything, so it's even more scary because he's just staring very menacingly. Okay, yeah. So we don't actually see Maria get shot here, but it's very implied. It's got this like we have this silhouette version of it to where we don't want to Sega doesn't want to show like outright Maria blood shot. That's too gruesome. They don't want to get too gruesome. They're just trying to be like, okay, here you go. Here's the most we can do with this PG, I guess PG 13-ish Sonic game. I don't know what we're really rating this, but this is pretty dark. That is pretty dark to show. I'm surprised they actually went in with like, guess what? Boom! She gets shot. Like, that's the first time we've actually ever seen her actually get shot in the chest. We got implications of that before, but where she like kind of falls, but we don't ever get to see like that gun. Like, but then again, it's implied. It has a silhouette, but it's also like it's very heavily like you can see like she gets shot. Like, dang. Yeah, because they're shooting the guns. You can hear gunfire, and then you just see like this crack in her chest, and that's really scary. And make it even more scary, like than you think. And like Shadow is just because basically we're inside of Shadow's mind right now because this is a nightmare. Obviously, like this is messed up. Okay, what is that? Is that Mephiles? No, he's got like spikes on his hands. Dude, who is this? That looks like the guy called Eclipse from the art. No. The shape is all wrong. It can't be that character. Yeah, I don't know who this is. I guess it could be. I want to say Mephiles, but no. This looks nothing like Mephiles, unless like unless it's Mephiles' hands and he's just got all this glowingness to his. I don't know what this is. I guess it's Black Doom. It could be another form of Black Doom, but I don't know. I'm sure that somebody in the comments or somebody in another video like Sam Procrastinates is probably gonna have him like an answer in his video. He'll be like, "Oh, it's blah 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 from that." Like I don't know.
Could he have survived? No, that can't be.
Who is he talking about? Is he talking about Gerald surviving, or I don't know. I mean, we know that Gerald survived, but then he got shot. He got like shot by the gun soldiers when he was doing his last recording message. But I don't know who he's talking about. Like, could he have survived? Because the only other person we know of that was on the Ark was the commander guy and Gerald and Maria's and the gun guys. So I don't know. I mean, Emerald. I mean, I guess they're trying to imply that Emerald is this like silhouette character, but why are his eyes red glowing? I guess maybe he's saying it could Emerald have survived, but like I guess that's supposed to be Emerald. Oh, right. Of course that's Emerald because he's got like the little like sphere light, and then he's got the two eyes on the. Okay, it's gotta be Emerald because like that's why it reminds me of Chaos. It reminds me of Chaos's silhouette because it has a similar form, but like Chaos has the brain in the middle instead of like the big blue light like Emerald does. That makes sense, but it's like, I guess that's supposed to be Emerald. Like or like the evil version. I don't know. I guess it's like because like I know that in Sonic Battle he turns evil at the end and then it goes into this weird. I haven't played Sonic Battle in so long. I don't remember the details. I just know that he went into this like destruction state where he was going to blow up and blow up the entire Ark or the space station or whatever they were on back at the end of Sonic Battle. I just can't remember that detail, but yeah, I guess he's thinking about like Emerald might still be alive, which could be really interesting. And yeah, this was a really good episode overall. It had great visuals, great animation. I just love this sort of like 3D, 2D like combination look. That's really really nice, really fascinating to look at. It's fun. This is fun to watch and look at and be like, wow, they're really cooking. They're really cooking with this stuff, guys. I am so like enjoying this and happy we're getting more like Sonic animations that really cut deep and like this is really getting like dark and interesting. Like there's so much here, but there's gonna be even more later, and there's so much we don't know what's going on entirely with Shadow here and what exactly this means for the rest of the Dark Beginnings and the game. So I'm really excited to see more. Definitely look out for more videos about Shadow Generations and Sonic related content and other gaming stuff like that from me on this channel. I'm going to try to be cooking myself and making more videos for you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video and this analysis. This has been Shock from the Shock Block, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, y'all.